Yoon Suk Yeol said very recently the Taiwan issue is a global issue like the North and South Korea issues, and that South Korea resolutely opposes changing the status quo in the Taiwan Strait by force. My first comment is that they are completely different issues. North Korea and South Korea are separate countries. They are both recognized by the UN, although they were split by US imperialism, but they're recognized by the UN. Taiwan Island is a part of China. It's a province of China. And this is recognized by the United Nations. It's recognized by the ROC government authorities on Taiwan Island. It's recognized by, of course, the PRC. It's recognized by every single country in the world, 192 of them. And even the ROC constitution says that, agrees with that. And of course, even the US State Department, if you go on to their website and if you look at all their declarations, they acknowledge that Taiwan Island, Taiwan province, is a part of China. And therefore, it is an internal issue, a domestic issue. And so when Yoon Suk Yeol says that the Taiwan issue is a global issue, what he's essentially doing is he's saying that we, Korea, along with the United States, are going to meddle in China's internal affairs. I think it's nothing more than this, and it is an extraordinary provocation because it goes against the three communiques, it goes against the One China policy, it goes against the UN, it goes against international law. And once again, I want to emphasize that because Taiwan is not an independent state because it has no status as a country. Any provision of arms to Taiwan or any military support of Taiwan essentially becomes a war crime. It becomes a crime against the peace. The only way that you can engage with a country is if it is a country. And if you engage with, a small separatist grouping inside a country, that is a violation of international law.
President Yoon is playing a loyal role as a collaborator and as a colony, echoing what he expects that they want to hear in Washington, D.C. In other words, he is more than willing to restate, in violation of the South Korean Constitution, in violation of the UN agreements and all the other countries that have signed, overwhelming 182 countries, I think, that China is one, that Taiwan is part of China. This is a fact. And yet suddenly what the US government is trying to do is to change that reality agreed around the world and also force its collaborators to change their definition. Now, whether they will succeed in this, it really depends on the power of people's movements to force these collaborator governments. It's very dangerous when we look at the rearmament taking place on the new bases in the Philippines. And when we also realize the role that Japan has played historically, and then you see Japanese and South Korean troops operating together under US command in military actions. So all of this is about creating a provocation for war, pushing it again and again, sending more and more equipment and also visits, such as Pelosi's visit, such as McCarthy's visit, and visit here. Every one of these efforts are an effort to create a new reality on the ground, and it has to be absolutely rejected as a militarist violation